day, but to me it was still just like a really hot day. But tomorrow I do think we're all going to be able to feel that difference in the humidity. I mean, I'm hoping for it. Right now our dew point temperature has come down, so we are seeing that slowly begin to change already, and then tomorrow it should be even more drastic with those dew point temperatures in the 50s. As we look at what to expect for tomorrow, I'm so excited to finally be able to say a little hint of fall. We've gotten a little tiny bit of a hint of fall, you could say, at times, with the humidity backing off a bit, but tomorrow, that first day where we will really feel, I think, the dew point temperatures in the 50s, that's a very noticeable drop in humidity. So tomorrow, not only the low humidity, but also a bit of a north breeze at times could make it feel lovely. Lots of sun, still warm, but not super hot, at least not 90s. I think most of us should be upper 80s. A few stray showers and a little bit more mugginess could return slightly Tuesday and Wednesday, but it looks pretty nice toward the end of the week as well, with no huge surge in mugginess coming back for a long time. Also, not terribly humid into next weekend, and incredibly no tropical threats. We're only a couple days away from the peak of hurricane season. It's happening this week, September 10th, but we have no areas featured by the National Hurricane Center for any sort of development right now. We'll talk a little more about that in a second, but we got to talk about our local weather too. Our temperatures 70s and lower 80s, a bit breezy for sure along the south shore of Lake Pontchartrain as this air mass is starting to work in. And look at this, we already have dew point temperatures around 60 on the north shore, so I know that's feeling really nice to folks who are north of Lake Pontchartrain, and lower to middle 60s south. And we should see this front continue to press southward as we get into the next day or so. So again, those dew point temperatures are forecast for tomorrow. When they get into the 50s, that's a less humid, pretty dry and pleasant kind of feel. So I'm really excited about that for us tomorrow if you're one of the people who doesn't like humidity. I remember Carl Arredondo always loved humidity, so not everyone is into it, but I think most of us will be pretty happy. And actually, we have a beautiful full moon tonight. We're also looking for cooler kind of temperatures for early tomorrow north of Lake Pontchartrain, so could actually have a little bit of a cool and slightly crisp feel on the north shore tomorrow morning. Still lower 70s south, so pleasant, but not quite as cool as on the north shore. Tomorrow, little breezy, highs I have about 88, and winds from the north up to 10 or 15 miles per hour. Here's your forecast, and I do think tomorrow might be the prettiest and most pleasant of the week, although as I said, it's not going to get terrible later in the week even. Here's our precision cast showing that front just sliding to the south. This is tomorrow, those dew points in the 50s. Looking ahead at Tuesday, we'll see a little disturbance, a little surface trough move in from the northeast, and that could drum up a shower or two on Tuesday as the surface front stalls to our south. So Tuesday and Wednesday, only about 20% rain chances. And then as we get toward the end of the week, the rain chance goes down. It looks a little hotter, but still not excessively humid. You can see that break in humidity may be returning into next weekend. And here we go. No development expected for the next 7 days. We were watching a little tropical wave that has almost completely fizzled due to a lot of dry air. And actually in the next week or even close to 2 weeks, overall conditions that aren't going to be extremely favorable. Just so happens at this point in the season that we don't have extremely favorable conditions. There's a lot of suppression, kind of downward movement in the atmosphere across the Atlantic basin. There's also some shear, and there's actually dry, dusty air from the Saharan desert still moving over the Atlantic basin at this point. Now, it could certainly pick up toward the second half or so of September, but at the moment, things are looking quiet and we have no threats. A little hotter toward next weekend, but still not extremely muggy.
A documentary